What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. And we got to get into a conversation that has hip-hop buzzing right now. Camron is suing JCole. Yeah, you heard me right. Killer Cam himself just took JCole to court. And let me tell you something. This ain't about being petty. This ain't about pride. This is about principle.
Sir, hey, you know what I mean?
Cold world killer.
You feel me?
Know what it is, man.
That time.
Almost time.
Sheesh. Sir, hey, you know what I mean?
Cold world killer.
You feel me?
Know what it is, man.
That time.
Almost time.
Sheesh.
Hip-hop drama alert. Camron has just sued JCole, claiming he's owed $500,000 in royalties for their 2024 collab, Ready 24. Here's the story. After first teaming up on Cole's 2021 track 95 South, Cole asked Camron to work on a future project. Cam agreed, but only if he'd get creative control, proper credit, and that Cole would later appear on one of his projects.
So Cam is saying that, he's owed $500,000 because all this stuff was done wrong, and that he also wants the credits to be credited properly because the credits are not credited properly at the time for how he contributed to the song. And for background, their relationship started when Cam hopped on 95 South, which was the intro for the album Off Season. We have 95 South too, and that was back in May of 2021, and that's when all of this kind of took place. We can listen.
See, when it comes to the game we call hip-hop, everybody want to talk about being a brotherhood. Everybody want to talk about love, respect, unity, until it's time to talk about money. And when money comes in the room, brotherhood leaves out the back door. Camron says him and JCole recorded that song, Ready 24, back in 2022. And according to Cam, the deal was simple. He'd have final approval before the record dropped, and Cole would do a future collab with him. But Cole released the song anyway, didn't give Cam the final word, and didn't do the future record. And worst of all, he credited him as a composer, not even as an artist. Like he was just in the room, not on the record. Let's call it what it is. That's foul. You don't put a legend on a record and then treat him like an intern. Camron helped shape the culture Cole grew up loving. The least you could do is respect the man's name. And here's the thing. Camron ain't some new jack looking for clout. This man has been in the game for over 2 decades. He's a businessman. He's a brand. He's a builder. So when he sues, it ain't out of emotion. It's out of necessity. Some people say he's overreacting. But how can you overreact when your voice is on a song you didn't even approve? And you ain't getting paid. Nah, that ain't overreacting. That's called standing on business. Listen, Cole is one of the most respected rappers in the world. Humble, smart, calculated. But this right here, this a slip up. Because when you build your brand on integrity, you gotta have that 24/7. And that's why this hurt to see. Because these two ain't supposed to be enemies. They represent 2 different eras of real hip-hop. Cole grew up on Camron's swagger, Camron's lyrics. So when that older generation feels disrespected, it hits deeper. Camron has been quiet for years. He ain't go online, started no drama. He handled it like a man through legal channels because he understands what too many artists don't. If you ain't got your paperwork right, you ain't got no power. But let me be honest, this ain't no diss. This is documentation. Camron just wants his fair share, his cut, his credit. And anybody calling him petty for that has probably never been shorted in their life. Cole, you gotta own this one, bro. Because when you drop a record without keeping your word to the man who helped you make it, you ain't just violating business, you violating trust. And trust, once broken, is hard to rebuild. Everybody wanna shake hands and talk love, but when it's time to get paid, people get amnesia. No more verbal arguments, no more bro, I got you. Nah, put it in writing, sign it, deliver. Cole probably ain't even think it'd get this far. Maybe he thought Cam would just let it slide. But that's the problem. You think Camron just gonna accept your disrespect? Camron has built this business on not getting played with. So he gonna fight for what's his. And he should. Cause this ain't just about a song, it's about a standard. If Camron don't stand up for himself, who will? Who gonna hold the big names accountable when they forget the rules that got them there? This case is bigger than Cam. It's bigger than Cole. It's about knowing your worth. And I'ma say this loud and clear. I'm not choosing sides. I'm choosing fairness. Cole should reach out and settle this like men. Because once it hit the court, the damage is done. You think Cam ain't tried to reach out behind the scenes? But the internet is gonna pick sides. The blogs are gonna twist it up. But I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. Camron just gave every young artist the lesson they needed. Don't ever trade business for brotherhood. Don't ever confuse friendship with fairness. Because the same people who smile with you in the studio might forget you exist when it's time to split the profits. And that's why I respect what Cam did. He could have ignored it, he could have let it slide, but he stood on business. And whether he wins or loses in court, he's already fought for himself. And he is telling everybody, don't let nobody play with your name. Cole ain't no villain. Cole ain't evil. But Cole gotta be held accountable. Make it right. Pay that man. Give him his credit. Cause legacy don't just come from music. It come from character. And right now, how you respond is gonna define yours. Camron is standing on business and JCole gotta stand on his word. Business over brotherhood. Respect over relationships. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe. Establish Rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.